Okay, Connor. Um, excuse me. I saw one thing in your swing that's very early. That's a movement I'd like to see you work on. And for everybody's first lesson, I've used Nolan Arenado. And here's the big thing that we want to take out, Connor, is that little climb that we're getting there. As you're getting that up-down motion. Now, I like the way that you're working to get moving forward. I like the way that you're going back pretty late with your hands. But our problem comes from as we get ourselves set up, as we disperse our weight, which I think gets thrown off a little bit by how we're getting this up-down action. When you look at your toe strike, right, like it's not a terrible position. Now, Arenado has a much shorter stride, but I've been showing you guys in person examples. I just showed you Nicholas Castellanos from the Cubs when we were hitting, and he had the big leg kick. But you can see how level he is, and as Arenado hits, two things. Well, let me keep with our main idea. See, the problem, Connor, is as your heel goes down into immediate preparation, okay, from right there, your front hip should not move at all, okay? As we watch Arenado into immediate preparation, his heels into the ground, right, you can see how his hip stays still. Get back to where he's in the ground. He's in the ground there. Nah, I can't get a good dot on it. There we go. You can see how that hip really locks out. At that point, he's got something to rotate around. Here where you are, right, you can kind of see how your weight is dispersed at heel down versus Arenado where he's at heel down. And now, as we watch your front hip, it's going to slide forward still, right, which is what creates a pretty slow swing to the ball versus Arenado's that stays perfectly still. And I think that you can get that front hip to take that sliding action out if you work on your stride to continue to just be level and into the ground. And I'll show you, tomorrow at hitting or whenever you hit again, somebody that gets, but you can that has a bigger leg kick like you. But as you just kind of watch your back foot there, you can really see how it's pressing up. See how we're getting up, and now all of a sudden it puts us in the ground in a position where, again, as our heel goes down into immediate preparation, rather than just rotating against a firm front side, we are going to see that front hip continue to slide forward a little bit, which just makes us a little bit slow to the ball. The other thing that I would recommend as you do dry reps, trying to take that climb out of your stride, which again puts us down in a position where we can't engage in immediate preparation. We should be turning from right here and getting rid of that little hip slide that we have. You can see Arenado at heel down. His front hip is locked out now, and he's just able to go straight out to the ball. The other thing that I would recommend is as you get to toe strike, if it's going to be really, really, really hard to catch up to anything fast when your bat is that far behind your head. Kind of our rule of thumb is we don't want to be past a 45-degree angle, especially when you've got a lot of space that's created in there. And the other thing that I wanted to point out was as we watch our hands and we get our heel here, as our hip slides, you can see how we've created that long path. You can see how your hands go down and then out versus Arenado, who we're going to see his hands are going to come straight out. So as you get this leaky front side, you can see how your hands are down before they start to go out. You can see what a longer path that is versus Arenado, who set up his weight so that he can go heel down and just rotate. His hands come out in a much straighter path towards the ball.